Good afternoon. Welcome to the broadcast of Taraba News Hour at 1 p.m. My name is Esther Oka Steven. First, some of the major headlines. 33 years after commissioning, Governor Kefas embarked on massive renovation of Sani Abacha Secretariat in Jalingo. Governor Kefas has fulfilled his promise to COP members in Taraba. Wukari Elders and Stakeholders Forum passes vote of confidence on Mrs. Lois Emmanuel as PDP Women Leader, Taraba State. Now the news in full. 33 years after commissioning, Governor Kefas embarked on massive renovation of Sani Abacha Secretariat in Jalingo. Governor Kefas has recently launched a large-scale renovation project at the Sani Abacha Secretariat, Jalingo. This project aimed to revamp and modernize the infrastructure of this important government building that has been left for over 33 years ago when the state was created. The Sani Abacha Secretariat is a crucial administrative center in the state, housing various government offices and departments have started to show signs of wear and tear, making it necessary for renovation and refurbishment. Taraba News correspondent Lilian Yakubu reports that the renovation will include structural repairs, painting, and the installation of modern facilities and equipment. The aim is to provide a more conducive and functional working environment for the government officials and employees working in the building. Governor Kefas has fulfilled his promise to COP members in Taraba. In a recent interview with Taraba News, Commissioner of Education Dr. Augustino Godwin categorically denied allegations that Governor Abu Kefas has reneged on his promises to National Youth Service Corps members posted to Taraba State. Dr. Godwin described the publication as baseless and false, emphasizing that 3 batches of the scheme in the state have received the approved packages. She reaffirmed the state government's commitment to supporting NYSC members, citing the timely payment of allowances as evidence of this dedication. The commissioner's statement comes amidst rumors suggesting that the governor had failed to fulfill his promises to COP members. However, Dr. Godwin's clarification has laid this rumor to rest, demonstrating the state government's transparency and accountability. As a follow-up to the recent clarification on the welfare package for NYSC members in the state, it is essential to recall the initial announcement made by the Commissioner of Information and Reorientation, Barrister Zainab Usman Jalingo. She had stated that the surge in new enrollment in primary and secondary schools following the announcement of free education by Governor Abu Kefas necessitates the immediate action. Barrister Usman had explained that the governor approved significant allowances for NYSC members serving in the state schools, include a monthly allowance of 10,000 naira, a one-time medical allowance of 50,000 naira, and an accommodation allowance of 25,000 naira per batch. The statement was made about a year ago, highlighting the governor's commitment to supporting education and the welfare of NYSC members in the state. Similarly, the Taraba State Ministry of Education has responded to the misleading publication by Daily Trust on June 14, 2024, which claimed that the NYSC members are yet to receive Governor Kefas' reward. The Commissioner of Education, Dr. Augustina Godwin, said they deem it necessary to correct the false information and provide accurate details for the public. She said a total of 5,054 COP members from batches A, B, and C were submitted to the Ministry of Education, and their payments were promptly processed after a symbolic presentation of checks on May 15, 2024. This contradicts the Daily Trust report, which claimed that NYSC members had not received their allowances. We go on commercial break. When we return, Taraba News Hour will continue. Please don't go away.
Taraba News Agency, the largest and most trusted news source in Taraba State and the Northeast Geopolitical Zone, is your surest plug for advertising your product and services. With over 500,000 followers online, Taraba News Agency is the go-to destination for news, events, and activities making headline in Taraba State and beyond. Our team of experienced journalists and correspondents work tirelessly to bring you the latest news, in-depth analysis, and thought-provoking futures from politics and business to entertainment and sport. Taraba News Agency has got you covered. Our daily newspaper is published Mondays to Sundays, ensuring you stay informed and up to date on all the latest developments. So why wait? Join the thousands of readers who trust the Taraba News Agency for their daily dose of news, information, and advertising your products and services. Follow us online and subscribe. Our newspaper and television broadcasts are on daily basis. Taraba News Agency, your trusted source for news and information in Taraba State and the Northeast. For advert and sponsorship, call or Layinka on 080-60-660-861 or Silas on 080-64-461-006. Look forward to seeing you.
Welcome back from our commercial break. If you are just joining us, this is Taraba News Hour. Follow us on News Hour by 10 a.m., 1 p.m., and 4 p.m. You can join us on Facebook Taraba News or on YouTube at Taraba News TV. We are also on TikTok, Twitter, and Instagram. Wukari Elders and Stakeholders Forum passes vote of confidence on Mrs. Lois Emmanuel as PDP Women Leader, Taraba State. The Wukari Elders and Stakeholders Forum has issued a statement addressing the recent protest against the election of Mrs. Lois Emmanuel as the state women leader of the PDP in Taraba State. Taraba News correspondent Timothy Saidu Efonga said the statement expressed disappointment of the elders by the action of these women, whom they have identified as being sponsored by detractors of persons whose intents are to disrupt the unity of the PDP and undermining the legacy of Governor Abdul Kefas. The reform clarified that Mrs. Emmanuel's election was conducted and in accordance with the guidelines and constitution of the PDP, and that she was unanimously endorsed by party stakeholders in Wukari and Taraba State. Similarly, the group of women of the Taraba State chapter of the People's Democratic Party Monday kicked against the call for the removal of the newly elected state women leader, Mrs. Lois Emmanuel. The group led by Ladi Danjuma, the PDP women leader of Taraba South, stated this during a protest march in support of Mrs. Emmanuel in Jalingo. Some concerned women of the party on Thursday staged a protest calling for the removal of Mrs. Emmanuel, claiming that she is stingy and not friendly to the women, and as such, she is not fit for the position. Mrs. Danjuma said those calling for the removal of the new women leader are charlatans and have no political values. General Faransa was not sacked as boss of Environmental Protection Task Force. The Taraba state government have moved to clarify the recent frivolous misinformation circulating in some quarters regarding the Special Task Force on Environmental Protection against the activities of miners and the felling of rosewood in the state. In a press statement signed by Mrs. Jemima Nwuniji, Permanent Secretary on Political Affairs at the Office of the Secretary to the Government of Taraba State, the government explained that the task force was established to tackle the menace of illegal mining and environmental degradation in the state. This development follows the recent appointment of Brigadier General J.A. Faransa as the chairman of the Taraba State Internal Revenue Service, a position that carries significant responsibilities and a substantial workload. The move is seen as a strategic effort to streamline the state's environmental protection effort and ensure that new leadership of the Taraba State Internal Revenue Board can effectively discharge its duties without any encumbrances. The statement further explained that the environmental protection will now be monitored and enforced at the local level, with each of the 16 local government councils overseeing activities within their respective jurisdiction. Taraba State University announces 2024/2025 online post-UTME screening exercise. The Registrar of Taraba State University, Joseph U. Bibinu, has announced that the online post-UTME screening exercise for the 2024/2025 academic session will commence on September 13, 2024 and end on October 12, 2024. In a statement released on September 10, 2024, the registrar informed all UTME and direct entry candidates who have applied for admission into the university that are required to participate in the online screening exercise. The eligibility criteria for the screening exercise include UTME candidates who scored not less than 140 in the 2024 UTME and obtained 5 O-level relevant credits, including Maths and English, at no more than 2 settings. Direct entry candidates must have obtained a minimum of lower credits at Diploma, NCE, and IJMB with relevant 5 O-level credits at no more than 1 sitting. The registrar emphasized that only candidates who participate in the screening exercise will be considered for admission. The presidency said Peter Obi is Nigerian version of Donald Trump. Taraba News correspondent Vera Kutsi files in a report that said the presidency has drawn a comparison between Peter Obi of the Labour Party 2023 presidential candidate and former US President Donald Trump. The comparison was made by Temitope Ajayi, Senior Special Assistant on Media and Publicity to President Bola Tinubu, in a statement released on Wednesday. Ajayi's remarks were made in a context of the recent US president's debate between Trump and Democrat candidate Kamala Harris, held on Tuesday night. In his analysis, Ajayi suggested that both Obi and Trump shared a tendency to use highly negative rhetoric to garner voters' sympathy. On his X handle, Ajayi stated Donald Trump, like Obi, will use the most negative level position to describe a country he wants to lead again just to make a point and irritate his opponents. Speaking at the press briefing after the party National Executive Committee meeting in Abuja on Monday, Abora stated that the ticket is now open to all members of the party. We now go on commercial break. When we return, Taraba News Hour continues shortly. Please don't go away.
Taraba News Agency, the largest and most trusted news source in Taraba State and the Northeast Geopolitical Zone, is your surest plug for advertising your product and services. With over 500,000 followers online, Taraba News Agency is the go-to destination for news, events, and activities making headline in Taraba State and beyond. Our team of experienced journalists and correspondents work tirelessly to bring you the latest news, in-depth analysis, and thought-provoking futures from politics and business to entertainment and sport. Taraba News Agency has got you covered. Our daily newspaper is published Mondays to Sundays, ensuring you stay informed and up to date on all the latest development. So why wait? Join the thousands of readers who trust Taraba News Agency for their daily dose of news, information, and advertising your product and services. Follow us online and subscribe. Our newspaper and television broadcasts are on daily basis. Taraba News Agency, your trusted source for news and information in Taraba State and the Northeast. For advert and sponsorship, call or Layinka on 080-60-660-861 or Silas on 080-64-461-006. Look forward to seeing you.
Welcome back. If you are just joining us, this is Taraba News Hour. Follow us on News Hour by 10 a.m., 1 p.m. and 4 p.m. You can join us on Facebook Taraba News or on YouTube at Taraba News TV. We are also on TikTok, Twitter and Instagram. TSUJ organizes in-house training for all staffs of the registry. This is in line with the human capacity building policy of the Vice Chancellor, Professor Sunday Paul Bako, at the university, which prioritizes staff's welfare and capacity expansion. The training took place on Wednesday, 11 September 2024 at the newly constructed Theatre and Film Study Lecture Hall in the university. Speaking on behalf of the Vice Chancellor, who was absent due to other official engagements, the DVC administration, Dr. Jonathan Reuben, explained that the training reflects the vision of the Vice Chancellor. Since his assumption of office in 2022, Professor Bako has focused heavily on physical infrastructure and program accreditation, and he now sees it as equally important to invest in staff capacity building to the increase and enhance job competence. He added that academic staffs have also been given opportunities to attend local and international conferences and seminars, all contributing to the overall growth and development of the university. That is all for now. Taraba News Hour comes up every 10 a.m., 1 p.m. and 4 p.m. from Mondays to Fridays. Follow us on Facebook at Taraba News or on YouTube at Taraba News TV. We are also on TikTok, Twitter and Instagram. My name is Esther Okasteven.
Taraba News Agency, the largest and most trusted news source in Taraba State and the Northeast geopolitical zone, is your surest plug for advertising your product and services. With over 500,000 followers online, Taraba News Agency is the go-to destination for news, events, and activities making headline in Taraba State and beyond. Our team of experienced journalists and correspondents work tirelessly to bring you the latest news, in-depth analysis, and thought-provoking futures from politics and business to entertainment and sport. Taraba News Agency has got you covered. Our daily newspaper is published Mondays to Sundays, ensuring you stay informed and up to date on all the latest development. So why wait? Join the thousands of readers who trust Taraba News Agency for their daily dose of news, information, and advertising your product and services. Follow us online and subscribe. Our newspaper and television broadcasts are on daily basis. Taraba News Agency, your trusted source for news and information in Taraba State and the Northeast. For advert and sponsorship, call or Layinka on 080-60-660-861 or Silas on 080-64-461-006. Look forward to seeing you.